started singing and making music as a really young kid. Both my mom and dad are huge lovers of music. My dad sings in bands in Chicago, and my mom played the accordion. So I always grew up with music everywhere around me. And it was just a really natural progression that I started singing and started playing guitar and writing music. And it's all I've ever wanted to do for my whole life. And that is the answer to the first question. My first public performance was when I was 4 years old. I went to a B.J. Thomas concert in Chicago with my parents, and every time we would drive around in the car, they would play his music. So it got into my heart, and I learned all of the words. And when I went to BJ's concert, I was sitting right in the front row, watching him and singing along. And he saw this kid in the front row, and he must have thought, who is this crazy kid singing along? And he invited me up on the stage with him. And that was my first moment feeling what it was like to perform in front of an audience. And that was the moment that set me off on the path that I've been on, and I've just been hooked on a feeling of music ever since then. So it's been about 21 years of live music for me, and there's nothing I would rather be doing. Snuffy Walden is my friend, my mentor, family member, one of my favorite people to drive around in a car with. He's not actually a family member of mine, but our family have been friends for so long, we call each other Framily, which are friends that have become your family. I met Snuffy for the first time when I was 8 years old. I had a guest spot acting in a TV show, and there was a part of the show where my character had to sing. So for that, I went to his studio and recorded there. And Snuffy wasn't actually at the session, but I stayed around and got to meet him afterwards. And I really remembered that day and how cool it was being in his studio. And we reconnected about 6-7 years after that when it was Christmas time. And I wrote him a little email and said, hey, here's a video of me singing. I saw your name in the credits. I wanted to reconnect. And we started working together, started writing, started performing live. And I had hoped that we'd be able to come up with something great and musical, but I never dreamed that we would be here in Germany on tour. So it's really great to see the way that's evolved. And Snuffy's been a huge creative force in my life, for sure.
So I met Sara when she was just a little thing, and she was on a TV show I was doing. And I don't remember that much about it, except that I remember a little girl with a huge voice. And then we reconnected when she was 17. She sent me a Christmas card with a video, and I just absolutely fell in love with this voice. And we began to work together, and then her talent, then I found her talent, and then the human being. And for 8.5 years, we've been working together. I act as a mentor. What I try to do is I try to expose Sara to the best musicians, the best music, and try to be of some service to get her feelings and her talent onto CDs and out in front of people. And right now, our real goal, Sarah's told me a long time ago that what she wants to do in her life is play her music around the world. And so my goal now is to get that started. And that's the reason we're here in Germany, is for our first foray into the people of Germany, getting a chance to understand who she is as an artist and get in touch with who the person is. As far as any plans for future production, the plans for future productions will just be a new record and as much touring as possible. We'll be all around the United States, opening for Chris Botti and different people at festivals, and just trying to get Sara out in front of more people and get her talent exposed to a bigger audience. Awkward moment.
That's a large question. I have simple dreams. I want to spend time with the people that I care about. I want to travel and learn more about the world, about other cultures. I would like to learn to sing more in other languages. I'd like to order food in other languages. And really what I want to do is spread some love, spread some joy. Very simple. Make music.
You don't know my story. You don't know my name. You ain't seen my smiling face. You ain't seen my pain. The road I walk is mine alone, only one for me. If you don't want to come along, you should let me be. Let me be everything I am. Let me be wild and free. Let me be myself again. Oh, let me be.
I would say music is a huge part of my life. It was the first thing I fell in love with. Music has been my best friend since I was a really little kid. And it's something that brings me so much joy. And what I love about music is you don't have to speak the same language as someone else or be from the same country or even agree with that person on the same points. But music is greater than all of that. Music can bring us all together. And I love the way you can just sit in a room and sing, play a guitar, and it's a universal language. And I think music is just happiness. It's hard to worry about other things when you're thinking of music. So yeah, that's what I love to do.
When we perform with Sara, sometimes we'll perform as a trio like we do tonight, or sometimes we perform as just a duo of the two of us. But lately we've been performing with a six-piece band, which has had two singers who try to duplicate what Sara does on records, which is very hard, and a percussionist as well as a bass player, and myself and Sara. I think we might expand the band, but you never know. I'd love to have a piccolo player in the band. I think it'd be the perfect addition, but I'm kidding. Right now, my son, Will, is traveling with us playing bass. And for me, that's an extraordinary experience to get to play with my son every night and backing this incredible musician, Sara Niemietz. Will there be more tours in Germany? If we have it our way, we'll be over here a couple of times a year. The people so far have been fabulous, and I want to make a special mention to our hosts tonight, the people at the Schloss-Café and Mike and B and all the people involved. They've been great to us. So I think I need to say that. So in terms of our plans in the near future, we're just going to play every show we can play with as much heart as we have here in Germany. Once we go back, I'll have the summer off where I'll not be doing television shows, and we've already begun work on a new record. I'm sure we're going to keep writing. We've got probably 15 or 20 songs started and some finished. So it'll be recording and writing and performing back in the States until maybe in the fall we're thinking about coming back over. And hopefully we'll be able to do that.
It's hard to know for sure what the future will hold for my music, but as far as my part of it goes, I plan on writing a ton more music and really touring more. I would love to share my original music with more of the world and with my country and all of the universe. Maybe I can do an interstellar musical tour. Now, but in all seriousness, I just want to get in a car and drive around and play music.
When no one cares what you say or do, up on rooftops, the world stops. The world stops.